Hey guys, it's Crypto Will here. Let's do the news real quick. Oh, in the realm of irony, we have our old friend Wells Fargo. They're saying Bitcoin is too risky for clients, but they pay a $575 million fine for scamming them. Wells Fargo will pay a $575 million settlement after admitting that it systematically scammed its own customers for 15 years. Ironically, this file comes just months after the banking giant dismissed Bitcoin as too risky an investment. Look, I don't even need to read the rest of the article. That alone explains the history and the views on corporations on Bitcoin as opposed to other assets. Look, we know Jamie Dimon, he banned his people from buying Bitcoin. He said anyone who invests in Bitcoin will be fired immediately. And then there was a report that came out that said that he was investing in Bitcoin. He was putting Bitcoin into his investors or whoever's portfolios. So he was investing in it, and he was telling other people to invest in it, but not his own employees. Just the nerve of these people. And here's one more good one, just for fun. When Bitcoin reverses, altcoins won't return. That's true. Most altcoins will be gone. Most of these, like this is even below the top 20. Most of these will be gone. And if we go to anything below the top 100, they're gone. Like, look at all this. It's all just garbage. It's complete garbage. Like, it's just, all these are just going to go because Wall Street, they only want a few cryptos to invest in with their ETFs. Look, I don't know what's going to happen with cryptos, man. Like, I don't know when/if the bull run is going to come because we keep getting, this is the past 24 hours, by the way. Boom, we get huge run-ups, drop down, looks like it's run back up. It's all over the place. I heard that it could go to back to like $87, but if that happens, it's probably going to be very sudden. It's probably going to happen like over, maybe not overnight, but in the course of a day, it's going to just plummet downward. Most likely. Look, I don't call out numbers. I'm not an expert in this at all, like in regards to numbers, but like it could very well see 87, or it could see 187. It's crazy how this is going, but this is why we trade. This is why we use things like BitMEX. And speaking of BitMEX, like, we better get our money while we can. Because these cryptos, these opportunities, things like Ace Winds, they're not going to be here forever. They'll probably be gone pretty soon. During the next bull run, a lot of these will be weeded out. And look, this is on the second round now. Let's log in. You see here that, like, the pre-sale sold out pretty quickly, but round one is having trouble. I think you can still buy some, but a lot of these tokens are going to be burned. The other 70% plus everything in round two are gonna be burnt. So I hope he has enough to really get this going. But look, there are only 275,000 tokens in circulation. That's what we have. These are going to be super limited. So when the exchange opens, it could rocket up pretty nicely. So I'm probably going to sell pretty quickly. But that's just me. But it could rise up pretty high if this is all that's sold. 275,000. Like, that's scarcity right there. That's scarcity. Speaking of opportunities, Gandhiji. Look, let me start by saying, am I in this? No, I'm not. Even though, look, the price has been going up. Like, when I last looked at it a couple days ago, it was at 73 cents. Now it's at 93 cents. So, look, it could be good, but it's been going on for a very long time. Yeah, this thing has been on an upward path. This thing's been around for, since January, something like that? February? I don't remember when this came about, but it wasn't selling well at first. Nothing was really happening. And then a couple of weeks ago, this thing just started popping off. it lasted. It was still around. People saw this and were like, let's throw our money into it. Then they started throwing money into it. People saw them throwing money into it. Then they threw money into it. So everyone was just pumping this. I think it's a little too late. Like, I might be wrong because this is already risen in price. But this, it just seems too gimmicky for me. Oh, it's a Gandhi-based DApp. And that's what this is. This is a DApp. Another one of those things that always disappear. All these things end one way or another. Whether it's just a complete scam, or it runs out of funds, or if it just slowly dies. Who knows? But I don't invest in gimmicks. I never invested in like the Wolf tokens or none of that. I didn't invest in the Temple of ETH thing. It just seems too gimmicky. So I don't touch stuff like this. So let's look at BitMEX. One thing I really don't like is that when you log on, of course you use a VPN, all this crap keeps showing up. The depth chart, the recent trades. I don't need either of this stuff. So what was that? Hold on. Okay, we got it how we want. I'm on ETH now. Look, it's just been quite a ride. 6 hours going up, then back down. And one thing I also look at is like the highs and the lows. The high here, 139. The low is 134.10. So that's not always set in stone. It could fluctuate, especially on the crazy days. But trading this range at low leverage, you have a less chance to get liquidated if you know the highs and the lows. I guess this is like the median number to see. So 139 to 134. You can see it's a little bit choppy, but it's on a general uptrend right now. The candles are kind of weak. Look, like I said, I'm going to be doing this. And I wanted one indicator that could hopefully, that could be accurate 90% of the time at least. Or a vast majority of the time. And that happened all the time, and I can make some money off of. Because when I trade because I want daily profits. Not long-term trades I'm in for 3 days or a week or whatever. That's way too long for me. I like daily money. So let's take a look at this channel I have here. Not like the YouTube channel. This blue, purplish blue line. All right. And I'm on the 5 minute. Okay, it went up. Now it's dropping back down. I would only trade in the direction of the tide. So it's largely up. So I would not have taken this trade, but it would have worked in the short term. 137. Look, leverage trading is beautiful because it allows you to profit off of a move like this. You put in a short up here because it's a weak candle. I really don't like these candles. These two large ring candles with the long wick on both sides. I don't like stuff like that. So let's go find something that worked. Man, these candles are these are brutal. Large wicks downward, large wicks upward. I would not trade in this climate. So, I don't know what this purple line is. And so, look, at the bottom of the channel, theoretically, it could be a place to go long at. So, the bottom of the channel poked out here, went down a little bit, and then went up here. It went from 133 to 138. On leverage, that would have been beautiful. But I try to catch some live trades. Okay. At the top of this channel, with a candle, see, stuff like this, I would not take it because it's a very indecisive candle. Candle almost, even though it worked, I don't like messing with stuff with huge wicks like that. If I'm gonna do a move like this, I want something like I can't find any good examples right now. Something kind of like this. Candle pokes belt. This one was long, but it wasn't ridiculously long. but I would maybe have taken a short here. Look, I'm still testing this stuff out, so I'm just eyeballing it, see if this thing could work. So short right here, 10x leverage, 137 to here to 131. That could have been it if I had seen this formation. Finally, a better example. Something like this, since it went above and outside the chart, outside of the channel, I would, and it wasn't like ridiculously long, I would have placed a short about here, and then maybe rolled that down from 138.60 to 132 on leverage. Just real nice. See, the 5 minute seems to have less ridiculous spikes than the 1 minute. Let's go to that. All right. Here could be a live one. Would you take a short here? Even though it went up. Look, remember the 6 hours down. So we'll see if this thing works, even when the market's not on your side for the day. So it's poked out. Will it be a short? Place a short here at like 137. You would have been in a little bit of profit if you went balls to the wall and went 50x. You could have placed a short here, maybe. You would have captured you're probably going to capture very little profit here. Okay. Nice downtrend. Purple line's also working with us. Poking downward, you know it changes obviously as the candles change. So a nice little short here. And yeah, you could have captured it from 137.40 to 136.90. 50x leverage, that would have been nice. Look, I'm not doing high leverage until I know this thing works, by the way. I'm only using 10x leverage, maybe 5x leverage, until I really get good at this. So we'll come back to that. Let's go in the back. See stuff like this. Horrible looking candle. I wouldn't have taken that even if it was on my side, because I don't like candles like that. It's very indecisive. Look, the whole day is largely indecisive. You know, it's a long market in the moment. But you know, if you're a bold trade, you could have shorted from 138.20 to 136. Okay, again, I would have taken this. Probably would have taken this trade. It's not me. I would like to see like a small candle coming out at the top of the channel, but doesn't always work. Probably because of it was definitely showing strong upward movement. So this would have been a good thing anyway. Okay, and look, this is all in 1 minute. So all I'll do is scroll over a little bit. So hit the very tip top of the channel, a very small candle. That seems to be the best strategy. A very small candle poking, just touching the tippy top of the channel. Even this one could have worked. The very top, and then it would have been a nice short. Like that, you would have still been in profit here, 137, and then you would have gotten to ride this down from 137.10 to 135.70. This is the sort of thing that I look for. That could work. A lot more testing here. See, once again, poke through top of the channel. This is a little bit bigger, but this one's a little bit smaller. So I probably would have waited on this candle to short here. So I guess it can work, because it was short earlier today. Let's go to 6 hour once more. It was in a short market earlier today. Actually, that was a couple of days ago. It was short right about here, and these green candles weren't that strong. And so maybe these candles, it doesn't matter like what the day is doing, because it hits the top of the channel and goes down regardless of what's happening. Boom, up through the top of the channel. This next candle's weaker. And so you want to have some kind of confirmation in trading. So this candle probably would have told me, all right, this is kind of strong. This one's weaker. This one's much stronger coming through the top. This one's not as strong. And so, a decisive candle, but it went downward. I'm going to put together like an actual Probably would have taken this. His candles are kind of weak. Maybe I would have. Look, I'm just eyeballing it. You're watching me try to figure this thing out for myself. I'm not just gonna sit here and study this on my own, but I want you to see my thought process, how I try to figure this out. All my videos are not gonna be like this. I'm actually gonna do stuff, but this is for my own education. Oh God, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute debacle right here. Oh God, this probably would scare me off. Strong upward movement, then boom, downward. Let's see what this has been. 134 to 133. Okay. Alright, let's see how our live trade is doing. And no. It might still do it, but I don't like this candle. Probably for something like this, you take a very, very, very short term trade. 137.40 to 136.75. Boom, out of here. Second you see this, gone. You get out of that trade. You take whatever profit you have or whatever leverage. And this is what happens on the 1 minute. These candles are commonplace. Candle on both sides. Long candle touching this. Boom, super long candles with super long wicks. I would have gone long. It's just it's too much on the 1 minute. It seems to work better on the 5 minute. Super long, all over the place. And this can work in the trend. Something like this, where it's like weak, 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 and then plummet downward. It can work. See, everywhere. These indecisive candles are everywhere. It happens on the 5 minute, but not. Let's go forward then back, but not nearly as much. Well, it's happening more now. But you can get more clearer signals. A poke through the top of the channel seems to work a little bit better. Boom, then you're short here. The 1 minute's not really working with you. Boom, nope, both sides. I wouldn't have touched that. Boom, through the top of the channel. Short term short. Boom, through the top of the channel. Short. I haven't really studied through the bottom of the channel that much because I mainly do shorts now. Because that's just the trend we're in. We're just in a downward trend. Well, but here you see poke through the bottom. It can go along here. It probably works even less. Like here, boom. You don't go long here. Did not work. I'm studying this. I'm trying to develop my own system. See, the long would have worked here. It's kind of it seems like a gamble, but it has to be a system that works. Boom through the top, down. Didn't even poke through the bottom. Just poke through the bottom once here, pierce that, and you could have gone long. Pretty long term. You could have kept it through here, and if you were bold, caught all of this. What day was this? The 28th, just 2 days ago. Boom through the bottom, upward. This is all extremely risky. All crypto is risky. Look, this video's been going on for 18 minutes. You've just been seeing me study and try to learn. I won't do this all the time. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a great day. Please like, subscribe, leave a nice comment below. Click the notification bell so you get all my videos. Have a great day.